Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and location in which you'll be making this particular video. Yes, my wonderful viewers, I am back again with another update. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share and subscribe. Leave your thought on the comment section on this video and let us know what you think about this video, and I will see you towards the end.
It doesn't have to. If you have a soft copy, just 110, 101, 110.
Ojo. I appear for the accused senior officer. My other friends, Chris Agliti, Victor Bassi, and Mary Oluma appear with me for the accused senior officer. I'm much appreciated.
The prosecution and the defense teams, members of the press, gentlemen. This special court-martial was inaugurated on Friday, the 8th of September 2022, to try the accused senior officer, Major General U.M. Mohammed, N/8656, on sundry charges preferred against him by the prosecution. The accused senior officer was arraigned on 18-count charges with additional 7 counts in the alternative. The accused senior officer pleaded not guilty to all counts. For the last 13 months or thereabout, both the prosecution and the defense teams have made spirited efforts to present their cases in a manner that is consistent with military jurisprudence and justice system. I therefore want to commend everyone for the diligence and patience exhibited throughout this period. The prosecution, in its bid to prove the charges, called 24 witnesses and tendered a number of documentary evidence. Thereafter, the defense, in defending the case, called 2 witnesses and also tendered some documentary evidence. All the witnesses testified under oath before this special court-martial. The court, in the face of issues relating to the medical condition of the accused senior officer, which was alleged to impede his proper defense before the court and his right to fair hearing, invited a special court witness tagged Court Witness 1. Court Witness 1 was Colonel A.O. Adole, N/10787, who is the acting medical director, Army Commander Naowa Hospital, Asokoro, Abuja, where the senior accused officer has been receiving medical care whenever he is ill throughout the course of this trial. The invitation of Court Witness 1 was to enable the court determine the accused senior officer's medical condition and status of treatment in order to ascertain if it was detrimental to his defense of the charges or whether there was any breach of fair hearing. Accordingly, members of the court, the judge advocates, as well as the prosecution and defense teams, examined Court Witness 1 under oath. 5 exhibits, tagged exhibits D1 and D5 to D5. Tagged exhibits C1 to C5 were tendered via Court Witness 1. On conclusion of the testimony of Court Witness 1, the court established that the accused senior officer was medically fit to stand trial and there was no breach of his fundamental human rights. On conclusion of the prosecution's case, the defense opened and concluded its case after calling 2 witnesses as earlier adduced and tendered some documentary evidence. The prosecution thereafter presented its closing address to this court. This was followed by the closing address of the defense. The learned judge advocate has summed up the case and addressed the court on the law relating to the charges culminating in these findings by this special court-martial on all the charges after due deliberations. That takes me to the findings of the court. And I'll start with whether the accused is subject to service law. A recalling decimal in all the counts before this court is an element of the accused senior officer's subjection to service law. The prosecution, the defense, and the learned judge advocate were unanimous that the accused senior officer is subject to service law, being a serving major general in the Nigerian Army, and that this element has been proven in all the counts. Now to the counts, beginning with count 1. Count 1 is brought under section 383, subsection 1 of the Criminal Code Act, Cap C38, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, and punishable under section 390, subsection 7 of the same law. The charge is brought pursuant to section 114 of the Armed Forces Act, Cap A20, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to wit: statement of offense. Committing a civil offense by virtue of section 114, subsection 1 of the Armed Forces Act, Cap A20, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. That is to say, stealing, contrary to section 383, subsection 1 of the Criminal Code Act, Cap C38, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and punishable under section 390, subsection 7 of the Criminal Code Act, Cap C38, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. Particulars of offense. In that you, Major General U.M. Mohammed, N/8656, between 7 May 2019 to 24 June 2021, while serving as the Group Managing Director and Chief and Executive Vice Chairman of Nigerian Army Properties Limited, used your position to fraudulently take the sum of 1,045,400 United States dollars only, being money paid by Voltox Energy Resources Limited to Nigerian Army Properties Limited for use of its jetty, situated at number 6 Marina, Victoria Island, Lagos, when you authorized Major D.A. Dauda, N/13654, a staff of Nigerian Army Properties Limited, to collect the said amount from the shipping company and hand over to one Mr. Nee, now at large. This is just an empty assertion by the defense to cover up the theft of 74 million naira only from Nigerian Army Properties Limited. The court therefore holds that the prosecution proved this case of theft against the accused senior officer beyond reasonable doubt. The accused senior officer, Major General U.M. Mohammed, N/8656, is therefore found guilty as charged in count 13. Count 14, count 15, count 16, count 17, and count 18 will be taken together. These counts were all charges of criminal misappropriation brought under Section 308 of the Penal Code, Laws of Northern Nigeria, 1963, Cap 89. The counts are all alleging the dishonest misappropriation of various sums of money from FCCL Napil Properties Limited, Access Bank number 076-991-1478, being monies paid by subscribers and Central Bank of Nigeria Staff Multipurpose Cooperative Society for the Asokoro Hills Smart City Project. The testimony of Sani Danjuma, who was prosecution witness 19 before this court, and Exhibit P16 series tendered during the course of the trial through him depicts clearly how a total sum of 2,500,000,000 naira only was paid by the Central Bank of Nigeria Staff Multipurpose Cooperative Society to FCCL Napil Properties, of which the accused senior officer was a director and the chairman. The testimony of one Fatima Ajibade, who appeared before this court as prosecution witness 23 from Access Bank PLC, shows that various sums of monies were hasted from the accounts to various entities for reasons not connected with the development of the Asokoro Hills Smart City Project. The defense of the accused senior officer is that he was remote from the account and had no dominion or control on the transaction of FCCL Napil at Access Bank. The court notes that in the circumstances, as a director and chairman of FCCL Napil Properties Limited, and the transfer of various sums of money took place over time, the defense of not being in control does not avail the accused senior officer. The court also notes the advice of the learned judge advocate on how companies operate and holds that this defense is not tenable. The accused senior officer is therefore found guilty as charged on count 14, count 15, count 16, and count 18 as charged. In consequence, therefore, and in accordance with Rules of Procedure 43, sub 1 of the Rules of Procedure Army 1972, the alternative counts to count 14, count 15, count 16, and count 18 will not be considered any further before the special court martial. That takes us to count 17. The vital element of this offense is that the accused senior officer withdrew the sum of 750 million naira only from FCCL Napi Properties Limited, Access Bank account number 076-991-1478, being monies paid by subscribers and CBN Staff Multipurpose Cooperative Society for Asokoro Hills Smart City Project. No evidence was led, whether oral or documentary, to prove such withdrawal. Although the prosecution tendered Exhibit P16 Gov, being the statement of account of FCCL Napil Properties Limited, Access Bank account number 07991-1478, from where the monies were allegedly withdrawn, the prosecution did not show the details or particulars of the withdrawal. It is not the duty of this special court martial to go searching with a fine tooth comb for evidence. The prosecution was unable or simply failed to bring out evidence clearly to the count. This special court martial, therefore, holds that the prosecution failed to prove a vital ingredient of the charge. Count 17, therefore, fails. In consequence, therefore, the accused senior officer, Major General U.M. Mohammed, is found not guilty of count 17 as charged. The alternative count to count 17 is also predicated on the above element of withdrawal of the sum of 750 million naira only, which the prosecution has failed to prove. The alternative to count 17 is therefore not given any further consideration by this court. Distinguished members of this court, the prosecution and defense team, members of the press, gentlemen, these are the findings of this special court martial in the case of the Nigerian Army versus Major General U.M. Mohammed N/8656. Just before I conclude, it is imperative to inform the accused senior officer of his rights in line with Rule 71, Sub 5 and Sub B of Rules of Procedure Army 1972, which provides that an accused, if the findings of a charge is guilty, may address the court in mitigation of punishment before the court deliberates on the sentence. I thank you.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this video? Please kindly leave your opinion down below. I'll see you again in my next one. Bye for now.